Welcome everyone. So this is the part of our series for this certification course where we will be doing live hands-on training. And the certification course which we are doing is AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. And this is first of the series videos which we are doing. And this course is for very starting point guys like who wants to learn or delve into cloud journey, to the ones who are also experienced, to the managers who wants to actually learn about AWS cloud because they might need to manage a team which is on cloud, and also to keep pace with changing environment technologies. It is very essential to be cloud uh, educated. So yes, welcome to this course. And since I mentioned like it is for everyone, so I will start with very basics, and I will clear each and every funda of this particular AWS training. And if you want to know more about me, just visit my web page or my Facebook page, where all the experiences, certifications I have gathered, all the experiences in multiple banks I have worked with, all are there. So let's delve into the first very basic. Okay. The first very basic I want to delve is what is cloud computing. Okay. Now, to make you understand in a very layman term, or let's say a business comes and asks you in a meeting, ki, what is cloud computing? Can you just explain me in very layman terms? So this is where this explanation comes and will be handy to you. I have a laptop, and this is the laptop through which I am presenting this course. You are also assessing this course, or you are assessing it through the YouTube channel. You are using some laptop or desktop to view this particular video presentation. So let me ask you very simple question. What are the major components of a laptop? We don't need to understand the hardware or motherboard or all these things. No, I am just asking what are the simple components of a laptop or a desktop which we are using. So let's start. So first thing is we have what? We have a CPU, we have storage, that is our hard disk, right? What we have then? We have our operating system, database where all these user IDs and passwords are stored. Then what we have? We have our free network and other things through which we connect network, right? And what is the next step is we have our monitoring. For example, our how much bandwidth we are using, or we are monitoring our laptop also. Like for example, how much disk space is being used, like what is the CPU hit by the laptop, all these things, right? Now, if I tell you to just in a simple terms, I want these all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 components like CPU, storage, database, network, and monitor. I want to put it to, let's say, cloud. So what I want to put the CPU, then I want to put the storage, then I want to put the database, and then I want to put the network, and then I want to put the monitoring into the, let's say, AWS cloud. And if I put it into the AWS cloud, then this CPU has its own name in AWS cloud. Storage has its own name, database has its own name, network has its own name, monitoring has its own name. So let's see. EC2 CPU is EC2, storage is S3, database is RDS, network is actually VPC. VPC is nothing but our you can say all these components, including the ENI network, like your interface, network interface card, and all these things, right? And monitor is through CloudWatch and CloudTrail things, right? Okay. Now, when we are already here, then we should be able to understand it much better. Now, what is the difference like when I put these things to AWS cloud? How uh, cloud becomes different, how it is different from our on-premise laptop? And the difference is, number one is elasticity. Elasticity is, for example, when you buy a laptop, you already have a limited amount of RAM, you have limited amount of CPU, you know, like this is what we have. And for example, you are just using it for your, let's say, documentation, writing some Word documents or PPTs, and you are wasting the other the amount of storage and other things it has. Let's say your laptop stores 100 GB of data and you are using only 2 GB of that. The other 98 GBs are not used, right? Secondly, you are using a RAM. Let's say the RAM of the laptop is, let's say, 16 GB. Now you are using only 1 GB. Another 15 GB is not being used. So in cloud environment, you can actually configure it as per your need, right? The number one thing is as per your need, and pay as you go, which we will see, right? Agility is, let's say I want to run a very heavy load in my laptop. For example, a big data, let's say of terabytes of file I want to run. I cannot run in my laptop because my laptop is configured to run only small applications, for example, any Java application or small applications, but it cannot withstand terabytes of data. And on top of that, I'm putting in some analytics there and all these things. So I have the agility. Next is the cost saving. Like I will pay whatever I am using, but in laptop you are paying thousands of dollars or like thousands of rupees. Then if you're not using up to the mark, means like you are not using it optimally. Here, pay as you go. The number of CPUs I want, or I want a memory intensive CPU EC2 instance, or I want a computer CPU instance. I can really provision that, and after my work is done, I can just save the things. I can do a I can just bring down the environment. So I, minute by minute, I can actually take my costs into consideration. Okay. Then as a whole, what is cloud computing, right? Pay as you go pricing has elasticity, has agility, and all these cost savings. So let me ask you a question. Like if I want to start my own company, right? Let's say I want to start AI enabled company, and I want to do some AI analytics and all these things. How much time it will take me to start a company to with respect to IT infrastructure? Any guesses, guys? Okay, let me tell you. To start a company for setting up the IT infrastructure, it will take you minutes. Yes, it will take you minutes. What you essentially need to run a AI job? You need compute, you need memory, you need IOPS, and you need network, you need monitoring. All these things are provided on demand by AWS. And that is your cloud computing, guys. I hope the lessons this lesson makes clear the fundamental of cloud computing, right? And you understand the basic difference now. Thank you and see you in the next chapter.